my partner in crime and in life. We are now
Yes.
ranking the True Blood characters. To start this, I have to tell you the number one pick because
Okay.
it's just so obvious for us. And I know that you will first think, it's not them, but you know in your heart who it is.
No, I know. I think I know who it is.
Who is it?
Oh, I'm going to say Jason.
No!
Oh, you're going to say Bill. You're going
It's
to say
Bill is
Bill.
our
Yeah.
number one. Like, who was the reason we were passionate about the show? Who made us feel the most?
Yeah, there's no show without Bill. Like, is there?
Yeah. I've pre-made a list that only has two things. It has number one, Bill, and then number 50, the person that I hate the most. What were your feelings about Bill in the beginning?
Well, in the beginning, he was a wee little bitch boy. Essentially, just harasses Suki until she gets intrigued because he's a vampire that eats people. By the end of the show, he was still a wee little bitch boy.
He was just a god.
I was a wee god in between.
He's a narcissistic king who does everything to get more power and trying to get just a bit more fairy juice between all of those tasks.
Every season, Bill's storyline was just like, I have indeed always been doing this way because it is the way it needs to be done. And it's always a different, like, he's trying to mainstream or he's trying to kill everyone.
Yeah.
In his head, it makes sense.
He is our favorite, not because we like him, it's because we hate him.
He is the character of the show.
We love to hate him. And he is the worst man for anyone. Our favorite scene is the moment when Eric is begging for his life.
Oh, yeah. King Bill.
Yeah.
And Eric says, I just want Suki to be happy. And Bill has this look on his face like, that's an option? What?
What does that mean? My
I've never
sugar.
seen that.
I will accept my sentence, but I have a request. Suki, tell her I was born the night she found me. After I'm gone, I hope you'll find your way back to each other.
Why would you hope for that?
Because she deserves happiness.
What a strange motivation.
And then, I guess I will let you live then. Suki, how high is she? I would say top 5.
Yeah, top 5. I feel like Suki becomes less important as the show goes on, really.
But like, there's a lot of haters for Suki. Like, I just think she's an ADHD queen who has a type for relationships that give her adrenaline. She can't help herself. She's impulsive. She's sassy in a funny way.
She's passionate.
She's passionate and also very much similar to Jason, very hooked on the passions of the bedroom.
She also doesn't take any nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, she'll happily threaten Eric, the 1,000-year-old vampire.
But it's like, people are like, she's so dumb and she goes to danger, but that's why we love her. It's like, that's a fault in her, but it's understandable. She can't help herself. But like, there are so many people who are like, why do you do this? This is annoying. This is bad for us. And she knows that it's bad. And she knows that she shouldn't, but she can't help herself.
She does talk about that later, like with, what do you call your man? Warlow?
Warlow.
What a dumb name.
And a dumb-looking guy for like a wizardly vampire fairy who just has short hair and like...
Yeah, like, because we're kind of skipping ahead a wee bit here, but like when Warlow was first like mentioned and introduced, you get this like picture of somebody with like a, you know, wide brimmed hat and the long hair, and they seem ancient and dangerous, and then he shows up and he's just, you know,
A
2000 supermodel. Yeah.
It's just Mark Wahlberg.
I wouldn't call him Mark Wahlberg. It's kind of it's better looking than Mark Wahlberg.
But that's a type, you know, a white man.
Yeah, muscular white man,
dude.
short hair. I think he had an earring.
Maybe. Warlow goes to, I will just put him,
In the trash pile.
characters we don't care about. They don't even get to the list. No emotions. Trash. And there's no order to the trash people because we don't care. Warlow,
Yeah.
he's there.
Actually, I said that to Jonathan the other night about, we were watching the Vampire Diaries, and there was loads of scenes featuring Matt Donovan. Like, every time he came on screen, I was like, I don't care about this.
Yeah.
His life was in danger. He's about to die. I'm like, I personally don't care. Warlow was that kind of character.
Next one is Lafayette. No, I think Lafayette is number 2.
Lafayette's at number 2. I would put him at maybe 3.
Let's see.
Uh, mm.
Let's see when the other characters come and we can see. But at this point, Lafayette is number 2, just because I feel like he's the heart of the show. Like, he's a character that feels like a protector who doesn't want to protect, but then ends up doing it anyway, always.
He tends to be the glue in storylines. Like, is the branch between whatever Suki's been up to and whoever else works for Sam has been up to. He branches between them. I wouldn't say he's the heart of the show. I have someone else in mind for heart of the show.
Well, then there's Jason.
No, that's the heart of the
that's
show
the
right
heart.
there. He's such a...
Okay, Jason gets the 2nd place. Because he brought us... Like, after Bill, he brought us most joy.
He's such a well-meaning
He never
dum-dum.
changed. Even the last seasons, he still somehow got racist again. He tried to get over
He apologized for it. He says, sorry, I got racist.
It was my dad, Ghost. I couldn't help it. It just happened. One, I think it's Jason and Suki are just funny siblings because they're so similar. They're both ADHD. It is gruesome that he just loses all the women he ever dates, but then he has no issues always finding a new one.
But he picks the worst ones.
He
Like, he picks the worst ones.
Yeah, I think that's what he likes about them.
Either they're incredibly dangerous murderers, or they're Hoyt's girlfriend.
Yeah, or drug addict. Well, also dangerous murderer.
Or murder victims.
But it was just unbelievable. Like, he knew himself so well that you knew that when there is suddenly a new woman, that he's a goner. He knew, we knew.
He kills Tara's boyfriend, Eggs, which he thinks is a really horrible bad thing, and he feels really guilty about it until he sees Andy, who took the blame as I think Andy was just a cop at the time, being heralded as a hero in the town. He's like, I want to be the hero. I did that, not Andy. And he got over that guilt very quickly.
Just feel like he's a very interesting psychological case of a person, because he's clearly traumatized of losing his parents and everything. He's trying to get connection to other people all the time, women all the time.
And there was that time that he raised a werepanther family for a year.
Yeah!
And then
yeah. Then the series got very, very rapey.
It got, yeah. That was deeply uncomfortable.
That was, yes. Anywho, that is up for Jason at this point. Then there is Eric. I would put Eric after Suki, because he's lovable, but they didn't use him enough. Like, there should have been more Eric.
Yeah, well, I'll always ask for more Eric.
Everyone will.
Those shoulders.
Everyone would beg for more Eric. He's just funny. Charming. He's evil, but in a fun way. But at the same time, he gets better. At one point, he gets a bit of a redemption arc because he gets like magically changed, which is understandable. It makes sense in the character that he's changed. Also, he loses the maker, which makes him it's an interesting arc.
Godric, the 2,000-year-old vampire who just, for some reason, found humanity at the end of his life and continued to appear to Eric as a ghost, which was never explained or explored in any way. Just sometimes Godric would be there as a ghost to remind Eric that everything he taught him for 1,000 years was wrong, and that he should be better now, just like Godric was.
I will make another list, because Godric as a character I don't really care about, but I did fantasize him as my boyfriend.
What?
Yes, because I always have to find a character in every show that is available and is cute.
Godric's dead?
But in my stories, he wasn't dead yet.
Right.
Yeah. He was
Absolutely spiked my mic.
But I think I did tell you that I had one main crush, and that was Godric.
Godric? Okay.
I need to pick someone who is available. Eric, too much going on.
Okay.
Jason, too much going on.
There's not a lot going on upstairs,
No, not there. Downstairs, yes. Tara. I like Tara. She's very important part in my favorite storyline, which is the Greek god. What is the goddess situation. Second season, it's also so rough to watch her constantly like self-sabotage in the beginning of the series, and then she just gets tortured the whole rest of the series, and then
it starts as self-sabotage, and I think the writers got it in their head that they like to see her suffer. And then she got over the self-sabotage, but they did not.
Yeah.
You know, it's just...
And then the ending was just
an
so
obsessed
bad.
vampire that wants to rape her, go for it. Yeah. And then, like, she just dies off screen.
Yeah.
Fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
I thought it was a fake out.
It's so disappointing, and the reason why they kill her off is like we didn't have anything to do with her. Well, she was still like not talking to Suki. I would have wanted to see their relationship get back together, but
no resolution.
No, but female friendship, we don't care about that anymore. And also for the reason that they wanted to see more of the mom getting addicted to drugs again, which we've seen already.
But the lesson there is not like, the lesson is obviously like, you know, drugs are bad, alcohol's bad. She is an addict, and like the whole way, like her now husband and the Eric's other vampire child, whoever the fuck she was, you're thinking the lesson is she's falling back into bad habits. The death of her daughter, who she'd recently reconnected with, has hit her hard, and you know, her life's gonna fall apart again. No, she was right the whole time. She was right to take the drugs because Tara really was there, and Tara almost as a child shot a man. What does it mean? None of it means anything.
My main issue with this, it was just boring to watch. We've seen this. We've seen these drug addict stories with this show so many times. I just wanted to see friendship blossom again. I'm putting Tara at 15.
15?
Is that low or high?
That's very low.
But Eric is already at 6.
Or what's our top 6 at the minute? We got Bill.
4 is empty. We will see. We will move. Like, things will move when other characters, like, people might go below.
I wouldn't put her at 4, like, but I would put her top 10.
11.
You just have to split the difference.
Alcide, 20.
Yeah, like I like the Joe Manganiello, whose name I can never remember or pronounce. Good actor. I just don't care about Alcide.
But it's the werewolf thing. The werewolf thing. You kept on saying all the time, like, why do they always make werewolves that are such trash?
It's every show. The werewolves are always trash people.
Yeah. Like, why do they have to be nasty and what are they? What is the thing? Cannibals and like...
That came out of nowhere as well. They were cannibals.
Yeah. Also, I'm also bothered by the fact that Eric clamored him to not want to touch Suki, and then the next season they are just together with Suki. What happened? That would have been also interesting to see, like, them...
How he overcomes that, yeah. Suki never knew about that, I don't think.
Yeah, so first of all...
Her...
to see like how Suki figures out that this has happened, and then how they figure it out. That would have been interesting. But they just act like it never happened, which is lame. Next character, Jessica Hamby. I like Jessica.
I like Jessica. I'd maybe put Jessica into that. Well, I like Eric better than Jessica, so I'd put Jessica below Eric on our tier list.
We need to put another character after Eric.
Oh, Pam.
Yeah. So Jessica, I like her. She's a very interesting character. I like her beginning of the story where it's like she's first begging for her life, but then when she gets turned into a vampire, she's like, oh my god, this is actually really nice, because being human as myself, like, her family sucked, so she was very excited. That's interesting. Then the relationship of like having an adult stepchild for Suki, because she was dating Bill at the same time. That was interesting. Like, there are so many interesting storylines. And then her relationship with Hoyt, then how that ends with Jason, and then the fairy stuff.
But the only thing I don't love about it is, well, obviously we watched all, what was it, like 6 seasons, 7 seasons in the space of a few months. So this would have been a more spread out process when it originally aired, but she seems to come round on Bill very quickly. She was dragged into the trunk of a car and just thrown in front of this man, and he was told, right, turn around the vampire, go.
But it could be biological.
You know. You think it's part of the vampire thing?
Probably there is a like because you know how like all of them are with their makers, like there is a weird intense relationship. So I feel like that just happens naturally.
Weirdly, like every other like maker vampire we see are much more intimate, whereas Bill and Jessica are very much father and daughter.
Yeah, how he made her it wasn't like so many of them made them because they were attracted to them in the beginning, and that's why they made them.
Yeah, whereas he never wanted to make anyone.
Yeah.
I did like that early season scene, which kind of gets forgotten about later because when they release them, it's meant to be a very permanent thing. Whereas he releases Jessica again later, but when like Jessica's being like a just a teenage bitch to him, he's like, Jessica, as your maker, I'll release you, and she goes, I have no idea what that means.
I don't even know what that means.
You must collect your things and leave immediately.
Where are we going?
We're not going anywhere.
But
Look at me. As your maker, I release you.
what's that supposed to mean?
It's so good. And like, this is also a side that I love to see from Bill, that he suddenly has to take care of a teenage daughter, and he's just so awkward with it.
And he's wildly ill-equipped to do it.
Yes. He was just so focused on the girl he was trying to manipulate that he was like, I don't care about you, I just need to focus on Sokka.
You know, her blood's a drug. I love.
Then there is Marianne. I like her a lot.
And that's the satyr.
Yeah, I can't remember, but yeah.
The
The god.
Greek thing. Yeah.
I will just put her right after Tara for this moment. I just really like her. I feel like she's a fun evil character. I love the actress, how she's able to like really make her charming and evil. You understand why people are like obsessed with her and want to be with her, but at the same time you get the creepy vibes. Like, she's really good at like balancing those both things. And then after that, balancing being just a crazy god.
She's a good one-season villain.
Yeah.
I don't think it could have gone longer.
But I don't think many things are good when they go longer.
I've no real strong feelings, but it was a good storyline, and she was very good at it.
Oh, then there's Sam. We have a bit of a disagreement on Sam, because I, especially in the beginning, hate him, and you liked him.
I liked him in the beginning. As the show went on, I was like, this is a trash man. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it just got worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
And then, like, the jump from one season, he's fleeing the town, leaving it all behind because he can't be there anymore. He hates it. I think he goes back for a funeral at the last episode, and then the next season, he's just the mayor. He's the mayor of the town now. He's sold the bar. He is the mayor. It doesn't make any sense. But it did give us one of my favourite lines in the whole show, which was one of the regulars in the bar was like, "The mayor's a dog bear." You know,
There are certain male characters in shows that give me a visceral hate, and Sam is one of them. Like, he is the typical nice guy with Suki in the beginning. He's like, come on, but I've just loved you for, oh, you smell so good, but I'm fine with being your friend, but like, why won't you fuck me? Like, he just has this like such a like desperate nice guy energy. Like, he just constantly thinks that he's like better than everyone, but at the same time he's as broken as like Tara is. Like, Tara doesn't think she's better than everyone. Tara thinks that she's like worse, and she's just frustrated at the word. But Sam is like, but I'm so good and nice, and like, why does nobody like me?
even when he meets his birth family,
Yeah.
and like they are trash people, but he's very quick to just be like very judgmental, especially like they're abusing the son. He does not have any patience. Like, even when he takes the kid in, like, doesn't he shoot him or something?
Yeah,
in the
he
end?
tries
Like,
to kill him.
it just, he has no time for it, no patience, and he just assumes that he knows better. It turns out the kid is stealing from him, which is bad, but he shoots him in the leg, and then again next season cut. That guy's just living with Mrs. Fortenberry, no charges, but
Yeah.
Sam has to go to anger management, which turns out to be just an orgy with his shifter friends. like, there's no consequences there. There's no repercussions. It's just he has a brother, he shoots the brother, and it's all fine. It doesn't make any sense.
And then he becomes the mayor, as one does.
And then he's the mayor.
I'm putting him like 45.
Oh, no. Top 20.
No.
Top 25. 45. How many people are on this list?
I just hate him.
Oh my god.
Like, he is like hateable. He gets 30.
Okay.
Might go down, let's see.
Might go down.
Then there's Pam after Eric. He's there. I love Pam. I love Pam and Eric. They're the best. I love how she never changes. She's always like the passionate, sassy herself.
I think there's a line she says many times, which is just fucking Suki. She hates Eric's obsession with Suki.
But that's also interesting. Like, she is lesbian. Like, she could feel attracted to her or just protective or anything. But she's like, come on, man. Like, can you just stop it now? Stop obsessing about this fairy.
Yeah, she doesn't really get the whole fairy blood attraction like that. She just really hates Suki.
I feel like it's also just because she sees that this is so inconvenient for everyone to go around with this one fairy girl. Isn't even full fairy.
The only kind of storyline I didn't love with... I like the end result, but it didn't really make sense because she told Tara very seriously after Tara wronged her in some way, I can't remember what it was, that she will hunt her down and kill her and she'll drain her dry, but like she absolutely will kill her. She hates her so much. Like, there was a lot of animosity. And then Suki wants to save Tara from literal death because she took a shotgun to the skull. I can't remember what she did to Pam to make her agree. It was like, I'll help you find Eric or some bullshit. But Pam was like, fine, I'll be a maker for the first time for you, Suki. Fucking Suki. You know, but very quickly he comes around. No, but then it could be that, you know, like that vampire instinct for them to kind of bond.
But at the same time, like, if we think of this like as gay attraction, it could have just been like she was so viscerally angry at her also because she felt a tiny bit attracted to her. And again, that would have been so interesting to see Tara and Pam have the best romance and love story. Like, what if they would have both been so toxic that they made each other better somehow? Like, that would have been fun to watch.
So toxic that Pam has one line as she throws away Tara's death. She's not there for it. She mentions Derek, like, what do they call their children? My
progeny?
Progeny, yeah. My progeny died. I felt it. Tara's dead. And then that's it. Done.
Their relationship, like, why do they start this romance and then just like leave it behind? It would have been so fascinating to see that chaos. What if they would have become the most stable couple? Like, just like classic lesbian couple where they just like, I don't know, live as hermits somewhere and just...
I don't know. I think Tara was too self-destructive and Pam was too hedonistic.
No, let me dream. It would have been fun. Then, Drew Marshall. So that's the murderer from first season. Renee. I like his character. Like, I don't hate his... Like, I would put him before Sam just because, like, he's evil, but it makes sense.
I can't even remember why he was killing people.
He was just racist. He hates vampires.
I thought that, it was women that were like had been with vampires.
He's racist and sexist. He was like, you have tainted your body, so I need to kill you because that's...
I also love that, like, the reveal was like they're in his house and they just like pull up an actual, I think it was a tape, because that's how long ago the show came out. It was just like Cajun accent for dummies. That was it. Like, whoa.
And did he keep on talking with the accent even as a ghost?
Even as a ghost, he must just like have liked it. Yeah.
Like, before going back, he was like, Cajun. Hello there again, my love.
It was good though. That what a weird character moment, because he obviously must have had some feelings for Arlene then, because when he does come back as a ghost. Also, ghosts are never explained; they just are about sometimes. But he comes back as a ghost to warn her that there's evil coming. Why would she listen to you?
What was the evil? It was the fire demon coming, I guess.
I think it was the Ifrit.
There's always evil coming. Like, how does that help? There's evil coming. No shit. This is Bon Tom. Of course, there's evil coming. What do you mean?
I'd put him like 20s somewhere.
Yeah, 29.
How many people are on this list?
I don't know. Arlene, I like her.
Arlene.
I like her a lot. I could put her right now just after Jessica.
Who's that above?
Tara.
Okay.
Was Alcide supposed to be like 20, I think. These moved these things, so I need to...
I don't know. In the bin. Forgettable character. His only motivation is that he likes Suki. Suki kills his wife and he's like, she must have had a good reason.
But yeah, Arlene. I like the Renee storyline, and that she has to like go through with realizing that her husband was a murderer all along, and I like that she went and just apologized to Suki, even though like it's not her fault, but like it just shows the friendship and the like how much she cares for Suki. And she's like, in the end, she is the best friend because Tara is killed off, She's the only real human friend left.
I think she's a good example as well of like kind of internalized racism. Like she hates vampires, but like she works with them, she knows them, she's friends with some of them, you know, but she does hate them.
But at this show, it's kind of valid though.
Yeah. Like I said to you when we were watching it, the plan to wipe out all vampires was right. They absolutely should genocide them. It's the only option.
This show hasn't really shown any vampires that are like, I care for the environment and the people, and I will make the world a better place for every living being. There was no vampire like that. No. Even like your examples of good vampires, like in the start of the show, Bill is like a good vampire. Killed thousands of people, and he got worse as the show went on. Jessica accidentally killed, and also he doesn't try to do anything better. Like he's just as a vampire. If you have so much power and ability, if you're just like not murdering as many people as the other vampires, that doesn't make you good.
No. And then you had Godric. Who, like, at the end of his life is when we see him in the show, had kind of renounced blood, and he wasn't feeding on people, but, like, he was a murdering rampager for 2,000
No, but also,
years.
like, the moment that he realizes that, actually, I like people, I think I should die. Like, instead of, like, doing anything to redeem himself, he's just like, I think it's time to just go now. I
shouldn't try to convince other people of this or anything. Yeah. I should just die.
Yeah. So useless.
Well, he does try to convince Eric the odd time as a ghost.
Yeah. But yeah, Arlene, she's a very interesting character. And also, like, how many times do you really have shows where the character is a single mom, and then, of course, not so single, but at the same time. And then I love the relationship she gets later with Terry.
But she does lose 2 husbands in the show, and she'd lost one before Renee, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Because the 2 kids that she had first weren't Renee's.
Yeah. But I can't,
third one is.
Let's just add, I would put Terry just after Arlene, because they are kind of...
I love Terry.
They go together. Yeah, Terry's end is disappointing. Like, I don't
know. I think that was a long time in the works, like.
Maybe, but at the same time, it's kind of... There's no
justice in it, though, either. Like, you know, they don't find his friend that shot him.
I feel like it could have been interesting if it were truly like he has depression and he can't get out of it and he ends up doing it. Like, that happens. But then they have to add the magical thing where he loses his memory and he could have been happy without the memory, and then he just dies anyway, and it's kind of like...
But that's not truth. You know what I mean? He lived one fake day of happiness. I think that was like a nice goodbye for him. I think if you gave him the memory back and says, look, we could take away your memory and let you live like this. You know, you've just had this one day, or you could still continue with your plan. I think he would choose to continue, which it is sad, it is tragic, but I think that's what he would do.
I guess you have a point. I guess you're winning me over with the storyline. Then there is Russell Edgington.
Phenomenal. My favourite villain of the show. Genuine.
You didn't like him in the beginning that much. You were like, is this the guy?
Yeah, because he was he doesn't look like a villain. You know what I mean? He just looks like the salesman that's, you know, trying to do you out of an extra £100 on your car or something like this. But or like he's just so snarky.
He looks like a sleazy lawyer.
Yeah, and I really came round on his motivation of fuck everybody.
Okay, I'll put him before Marianne, because he gets a longer storyline. Then, one of my favorite characters, the rat Sarah Newlin, the cockroach that never gets killed. I like her so much.
Oh, yeah.
She's so hateable, and they try to get rid of her, but she's always there, and she always finds a way to get to power, and she's always manipulating everyone.
I think she manipulates herself as well. She believes in what she says when she says it.
Yeah.
And then, like, that's threatened in the slightest way, and she changes.
The only thing that I don't like is her ending. I don't think she deserved that ending that she got.
It was pretty brutal. Like,
there are characters that I would say would maybe deserve that, but Sarah isn't that.
No, because she tried to genocide the vampire race, and once again, I agree with that. That was the right move.
But also at the same time, like, the show just didn't take rape seriously enough, and so at that point they were just like, yeah, that's like a casual ending, just to be a sexual slave for people hanging on the, like, that's just, it's too much. And it felt like the makers of the show enjoyed having a woman in that position and suffering, even though she wasn't as bad as many other.
It felt like too much for Pam and Eric.
Yeah.
You know, like, they aren't, they're brutal and they are bad people, and, you know, they will kill people. I don't think that was what, you know, like, sort of as much in character maybe as.
And there have been other people that have heard them more. I'm gonna put Sarah before Russell. Oh, then there's James. So that is the guy who is with Jessica and then ends up being with Lafayette.
Oh, the one that got recast.
Yeah, because the other person was homophobic.
Yeah, I liked post recast better. Slightly more interesting because you got those scenes with Lafayette where they were like reminiscing about drugs and stuff. That whole situation resolved itself just too smoothly. You know what I mean?
I think
like,
he could go to just trash.
Yeah, I think he's trash, but I think he's trash because he plays Jackson in the originals, and Jackson is the alpha werewolf of the trash people. Because, again, in every one of these shows, the werewolves are trash and live in slums. And
I'm happy that Lafayette got a little boy toy in the end and stuff, but like, eh. Then Amy Burley, the drug addict with Jason.
From season 1.
Yes.
Fascinating character, but it was fascinating how far she was able to push Jason to go within days of meeting him. You know, I maybe even less than days. It might have been a day. And she was like, let's kidnap a vampire. He's like, okay.
But also, I love how she's like so fake to herself. Like, she thinks she's so high and mighty and good, yet she's doing all of these things and lying and murdering, and how insecure she is about Jason. Like, she's just very interesting character, very hateable and stuff too.
More than hateable, she's forgettable. She's more of a plot device to show us who Jason is and what he's about. Because even like with the kidnapping, like, we're meant to see Jason's heart there, and that, like, obviously he's done this bad thing and he's done it for weird reasons, you know, because he's thinking of his penis again, but like, he cares about Eddie. Like, he doesn't want him to be suffering. He has this weird idea of Eddie joining the family as like their pet blood bag, which, you know, like, he's a dum-dum, but there's heart to him. And I think that's what we're meant to see from Amy's relationship with Jason, that he can be manipulated by bad people to do bad things.
Better or worse than Alcide?
Worse.
You find Alcide more interesting?
Yeah, I like his beard.
Why could that be? Then there's Eggs.
Trash. Don't care.
Just trash, but at the same time, a lot of good potential. Like, that was interesting, the idea of like him losing his memory and then coping with all of that. But then when it was time to cope with that, they just kill him off and use him as use him as a thing. The sheriff and Jason. Like, he's just a tool for Marianne, and then a tool to make Tara suffer more.
I will say though, good nickname. His name's Benedict, so he gets eggs.
Yeah.
Sensational.
Tommy! I hate him.
Is this the younger brother of Sam?
Yeah.
Trash person.
But he gets onto the list because he did make us feel a lot of things.
But there was so much potential with the whole skinwalker bit. You kill a member of your family and you become a skinwalker. So he killed the man, I think, and then he was able to skinwalk, but he's only able to do it 3 times, I think, before he dies. And then, like, there was that whole thing, him and Sam had been reconnecting a little. Sam was very mad that the brother had been essentially murdered. And there was this moment where I thought Sam was going to kill Tommy to put him out of his misery, because he was just suffering, and then Sam would be a skinwalker. But that wasn't explored at all. And then the only other skinwalker in the show was Sam's girlfriend, who again like does it twice. Once like many years ago off screen when she only mentions to put the idea of skinwalkers in the lore of the show, and then she does it once more after that and dies.
It's so lame.
It's just worthless. Why?
Yeah. Why even add a magical ability if no one can use it without dying? Like, that is just boring. But Tommy, I do find him such an interesting character because, like, you understand, he's traumatized. He's been from this abusive family, and then he finds this brother, Sam, who, again, Sam is not the greatest. He's not as bad as Tommy, but at the same time, he has no patience for this traumatized brother. He has no understanding, really. He pretends that he has, but then he tries to kill him, which is more trauma.
And when Tommy does come on the scene initially, like he wants to be Sam's brother. Like he wants to build that relationship. He gets a wee bit overeager and like he's being really arrogant and stuff when he's working like with the other people that work in Merlots. And I think that gets Sam's back up, and he kind of tells him, you know, chill out, and then that gets Tommy's back. I was like, oh, I'm meant to be your brother, and then it just spirals. But I don't know, it kind of reminded me of like the Brotherhood in One Tree Hill. Like Lucas and Nathan start off as hating each other, and over like I think it's the first 3 seasons, they become actual brothers. And I thought we were going to see that with Sam and Tommy, but what we seen was the two of them falling out very quickly. Sam shooting Tommy, Sam facing no consequences for that. Tommy moving in with Mrs. Fortenberry, again for no reason. Tommy then robbing Mrs. Fortenberry and then dying.
Yeah.
I don't see what was the point of any of it. There was no...
Again, I feel like it's a similar thing that the show did before, which is like they put on all these things that a person who is at least tiny bit interested in like social dynamics and relationships would be like, okay, so how can we fix this? Where are we going with this family dynamic? But they're like, okay, this is getting too messy. What can we do? We kill him.
Die. Who dies?
Yeah. So now it's solved. Next storyline, and it's like every time.
What are the long-lasting impacts of his death? None. None at all. Never mentioned again.
But Tommy was very hateable, though. Sarah is a cockroach, Tommy is a rat.
He's a bulldog, really. Also, the first thing he tried to do to Sam was get him killed. The whole bit was that the parents were abusing Tommy because he was a shifter, he could turn into a dog and he could dog fight. A dog can dog fight. You don't need to be a shifter. Buy a dog. You know, if you're a shifter, use this ability for something else. You know,
no, but
be a fly on the wall and rob people or something.
But dog can lose.
So can Tommy. Give him any kind of better, like, you know, fighting ability as a dog. He's just a dog. Like, there was way better ways to make... Again, they were like trash people that were meant to be very dumb and kind of not good. But Jesus, like Tommy, like he robbed Sam later on using his shifter ability. I don't see why they weren't just robbing people.
Yeah, that's also true. They could have just been a seagull and go and take people's wallets.
Yep, no, turn into a dog and fight other dogs that we will gamble on.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many points of failure.
Okay, then a person that we do like, which is Jesus. But if we call him by the name that Lafayette's mom does, then it's Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus!
You got a lot of people real worried, Ruby Jean.
That white bitch say, sit there, I'll be right back.
You showed her.
Ah, P. Jesus.
Where you at, Jesus?
But yeah, I do like Jesus was a really good character. Even when he like comes to the story and he has to take care of Lafayette's mom, he's such a warm carer. And then
even though she's very aggressively mean to him,
and also he's just like the chemistry between Lafayette and him is just very good, and their relationship is again very heartwarming and the healthiest relationship of the whole show. With Arlene and Terry, I think.
Well, Arlene did mind control Terry and wipe his memory. That's not healthy.
Well, Lafayette did kill him.
Well, Lafayette didn't.
Lafayette's body
killed him. Yeah. And even Jesus, as a ghost, they said, "Oh, it was fine. Don't worry about it, wouldn't you?"
Yeah.
So if Jesus doesn't think it was Lafayette, I think it's fine.
There was no good couples that stayed together. Last season they tried to add new couples, but that couldn't there be one couple that was from the beginning, or we are there when their relationship starts and blossoms and.
But even like the last season just goes, go back to the old couples quick.
Yeah. I'm putting him after Terry. Then there is a hateable one, the most evil. Not the most hated, most evil. Franklin. Interesting character, very well acted.
Very well acted.
The way he is just like first charming, then like sociopathic, but then also at the same time the way he is like sad and desperate for this control is very fascinating to watch. But again, they enjoyed torturing Tara too much.
Didn't need to be there.
It didn't, at least it didn't need to be that dark even. Like, they could have been this stalker character. Why did it have to go that far?
I did enjoy watching Tara beat his head in.
Yeah.
But then, like, I would have thought, even for a vampire, like, that's the true death. So when he shows up again and Jason has to kill him, I thought Tara was imagining it. I thought it was like a PTSD kind of flashback, which could have been interesting. But he was just real, you know, even though she beat his head and then mushed his brains.
But it's also lame that Jason kills him and not Tara.
Jason becomes a real crack shot with a pistol, like, especially with wooden bullets.
It's ADHD.
The amount of...
Well, I get that. Yeah, it makes sense.
Very good.
Where do we put him before Tommy, I guess?
Sure.
I think this one goes to trash. Lorena.
No strong feelings.
I don't know. Every now and then she comes back and it's like, Bill, take me back. And Bill is like, no. And then she's like, okay. And leaves. That happens like 3 times.
It does. And then she dies somehow.
Yeah.
I don't really remember.
So, that's Lorena. Then there is Crystal, where banter.
This is another weird Jason storyline that's just like, I've seen this girl once, I am in love with her forever, you know.
It was just like, she just drove by with the car and he was like, okay, I guess this is my season arc. This is it then.
But she was a very terrible person.
But like, also, I couldn't even see her charm. Like, I never saw what Jason saw
why
her.
did he like her?
Yeah, I couldn't, like, she was always just like, no, don't talk to me, no, I can't be seen with you, go bye, oh, let's have sex, okay, I need to go now, bye.
Maybe he, like, enjoyed the chase.
He was like, he does live in a small town, so maybe it was like, I've never seen this woman before, I need to.
Who's that?
I must do it.
I have to have sex with her now.
Trash. This one gets a placement, it's Marnie the witch.
I like Marnie.
Marnie is interesting.
And Aunt Petunia finally got to be a witch, so...
Yeah. But it's also fascinating, like, the season kind of tries to make you think that she's the good one. And then she was actually the evil one, which is interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting to watch, like, this kind of meek, timid character that, you know, actually wanted power and wanted to be in control and in charge.
Yeah, and she was very powerful and, like, talented with her things. So she was like a danger to vampires, which was also interesting. Do we like her or Renee more?
I like Marnie more.
Her or Amy?
Who's Amy? So
Yeah.
Marnie.
Alcide or Marnie?
That's tough. I'm going to say Alcide.
Yeah, I would say Alcide too. Alcide first, then Marnie. Oh, then there is the sheriff himself, Andy.
I love Andy.
Especially the first season, I'm so annoyed. Like, the first season, I'm so annoyed with him, but then he gets more likable, I guess, and more interesting. It's just the first season, he's all like, no, it's the pretty boy who killed everyone. It's the pretty boy. I hate the pretty boy. It must be him. And it's just so annoying to watch him.
It's fascinating that, like, the first season, he's like, Stackhouse killed him. He killed all them women. He did. And then, like, the next season, he lies to the police to cover up a murder for Jason.
Yeah.
And then gets Jason a job in the police and essentially makes Jason his partner for the rest of the show.
The guilt lasted that long. He was like, I guess, like, there is the black police officer who has worked there forever, and he's like, Jason is my right hand. For no particular reason. No guilt here. No.
Or, like, at one point, don't they, like, commit some police brutality on someone? I can't... Yeah, they're in, like, the prison cells, the jail cells, and Jason, like, beats someone, and Andy's like, Stackhouse, stop that! It's police brutality. There's no consequence.
I like him that he becomes a fairy fucker and just accidentally makes a fairy mom pregnant, and he's just like, oh, I guess then I'm a dad now. But at the same time that he just went on and cheated on the girlfriend with another fairy and just didn't realize it. I guess he was like, if it's a fairy, it doesn't count.
There's not really, like, she's mad at him for a little bit.
She goes to him and she's like, "Oh, you cheated? How many times?" And he's like, "Just one time with this one fairy." "Oh, okay then." That was basically her reaction.
Yeah.
I guess, again, it's a small town, not many options.
But, like, there's not really any context. Like, she helps deliver the babies. It also amuses me that he refers to the children by numbers.
Yeah.
Like, number 3, what are you doing? Like, they are growing up quick, but Christ,
Yeah.
name them.
Yeah, just after Jesus or before Jesus?
I would put him above Jesus on the list.
After Terry?
Yeah, the Belfour boys.
Andy?
Which, I think that was a retcon. I don't think they were, like, meant to be cousins in the first season. I don't know. There's no way. Like, there's no interaction between them at all. And then later on, just like, Terry and I used to come to Fort Belfour. Like, what?
There's Sophie-Anne. I'm gonna mention her. She's the queen. She could have been interesting, but they didn't use her enough. I liked the actress. I like the character. I like that she was obsessed with fairies. She was also gay. It would have been interesting to see her relationship with Hadley, or what's her name?
The cousin Hadley, yeah.
Yeah. Was it real love, or was it just a flavor?
I don't think Hadley's Fae. Like, 'cause she wants Sookie because
she's
Sookie
not
is,
Fae,
but
but
there
she must
be,
taste good. She was obsessed with Hadley.
There must be something there, yeah. Because Hadley, I assume, wouldn't have known about fairies and Fae. So, and then Hadley's maybe said, my cousin Sookie can hear people's thoughts, and Sophie-Anne's, realised it's a Fae bloodline.
But she did get a Fae child, so she must have some Fae in her.
Mm-hmm.
It's just there in the background. Steve Newlin.
A fun character. Yeah.
We like him.
Very hateable, but fun character.
But at the same time, like, it's a personality type that we've seen, like, we know this type of people exist who are, like, high and mighty, but actually secretly gay in these religious marriages and must get control and
also, like, one season he is Reverend Steve Newlin, founder of the vampire fighting army that Jason joins for a short while and wants to eliminate all the vampires, the right thing to do. And then the next season, he's like the spokesperson for the Vampire Rights Association because he's not a vampire himself.
yeah.
So, like, his morals meant nothing.
But I also kind of love how obsessed he is with Jason, but then at the same time, the relationship he has with Russell is very interesting and believable and fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can see that chemistry and be like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna put him right after Russell. Then there is Adeline.
Oh, the surviving fairy
Yeah.
daughter.
I'm gonna put her to trash, just because she was used as a tool most of the time.
Uses the tool most of the time. Makes some very questionable decisions. Like, frequently makes the same mistake about going out at night
Yeah.
by herself. Literally days old, so fair enough.
Yeah.
I did think it was weird that she watched Jessica kill her 3 sisters. Jessica nearly killed her, and then, like, a week later, they're buddies. Again, they were only like, I suppose they didn't really form that much of a bond. She only knew her sisters for a few days. So.
Yeah. Oh, this character I will list because I like her. Ginger.
I love Ginger, yeah.
Like,
I love that we got a backstory for Ginger as well.
Yeah, and also, like, she's always there. Everything happens, Ginger will always survive. And in the end, I feel like she got the best ending. Like, in the end,
All her
she
dreams
got
came
what
true.
she got what she really wanted. And, like, everyone loves her. Like, the characters there, they're kind of like, well, it's Ginger. She's a legend.
It was funny to see her coming into the video store before it was Fantasia, and she was so, like, well spoken, like, on her way to being very highly educated, but she had a vampire obsession. And once she realized then Eric and Pam were vampires, like, her life just becomes completely absorbed in that, and they glamour her so often, like, she just becomes a dimwit, like.
That is true. There's a random spot free here. That is number 4.
She can't be number 4. No, Ginger is not number 4.
Come on!
No, she's not above Eric.
What if I put her just under Pam? Eric,
But that-
Pam, and then Ginger.
And then Ginger.
They kind of go as a team.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think maybe if she'd had more screen time, she would have been less fun. They used Ginger appropriately.
Next character, Letty Mae Thornton.
Trash, hate her.
Again, it could have been. She's a good antagonist. What's the word? antagonist.
That
In the beginning for like Tara, a trauma for her to cope with, and I do think we should put her like next to Tommy or something. I feel like she's a similar character to Tommy.
I did like her season 1 storyline where like she's obviously an alcoholic and struggles with that in a big way, and then they go into the woods with the magic woman who like removes the curse from her, like frees her from the demon. Tara doesn't believe in it all, but Letty Mae does. Tara then finds out that the woman wasn't a witch in any way and just worked in a pharmacy. But her mum, like Letty Mae, really strongly believes in this and is completely cured of her alcoholism because she thinks the demon was extracted even after the woman was murdered by, I think, Renee.
No,
I can't remember who killed her.
No, Marianne.
Marianne killed her.
Because the magic was real.
Was the magic real?
Yeah, they invited Marianne.
Oh, right. Yeah. But like there was no demon, there was no alcohol demon that was making her do these things, but it does completely cure her. So like I enjoyed that side of things. But then like she comes to visit Tara in like Fangtasia after Tara's been turned, and I was like, fuck, they're actually gonna like reconcile here. She realized she almost lost her daughter, but now she's a vampire and they're gonna maybe do something with it. She just goes, I hate you, or you are now dead to me, Tara Thornton, and she leaves again. Like,
that's what she kept on doing, the character. Just she kept on being like, I am now a better woman because I'm a priester's wife and I look down upon you, my daughter. And that's only thing that she kept on doing, like visiting and being like, I still dislike you, my daughter, and leaving. This is lame. And then there is Debbie
Pelt.
She gets a listing spot, but very low. She's very hateable.
Werewolf trash,
like why did she hate Suki so much even before like Alcide did anything? Maybe it was just because Alcide helped her. So she was
think it was jealousy. Yeah, Suki was trying to somewhat involved in the wolf pack at that point.
The storyline starts with her being with the bad werewolf leader and taking drugs, and she's ex of Alcide. Then they get back together because she's changed, and then she doesn't get enough love and she ends up cheating on him again with another bad werewolf guy, and then she wants to kill Suki, and she's just the worst. She's just going from man to man.
She's a terrible person, but she is Suki's one and only straight up murder, I think, because Suki had her pain. Suki had the gun and she made a very deliberate choice to just kill her, which Alcide forgives her for because he's a papier-mâché person.
Is she more hateable than Tommy?
More forgettable. Tommy's more hateable.
Willa goes to trash.
Well, it was okay, but there was just nothing there.
No feelings. Then there's Violet.
The vampire that claimed Jason. Interesting. I don't get why everybody in that social group are trying to be good people and don't want vampires to kill indiscriminately. We're just tolerating Violet, who was very obviously a very, very bad person.
I think it's those moments when it's she was the typical abusive partner where she would act more nice and understanding around the friends, show less of the controlling side to those people. Next to Debbie. Holly. We like Holly.
Oh, Andy's beau. Yeah, she's alright. She kind of came out of nowhere in the second season. She just also works in Merlot's all of a sudden, and then happens to know everything about witchiness and also knows Marnie. It was just there were so many coincidences around her character. I thought it was suspicious. I thought she was going to turn out to be a bad guy or knew something that everybody else didn't, but she just was there for plot reasons, and then she stayed.
I'll put her next to Jesus because it's kind of the similar type of character. Nan Flanagan, underused. She was interesting.
I would agree. Yeah, because she was the face of the Vampire Authority for 2 seasons, wasn't it? More. Yeah, it was 3 seasons, because it was when Bill was King Bill that she was killed. It did lead to the single greatest use of vampire speed in the whole show, as Bill's on the phone. I can't even remember, to Jessica, Jessica, don't come home, or something like this, and Eric is frantically speed cleaning the entire office of Nan Flanagan. He's like, you gonna help me?
Listen, I've been caught away on business for a while. Nothing to worry about. And hopefully it won't take more than a week or 2. But needless to say, whilst I'm gone, my palace is your palace. Within reason, of course.
How about wrapping it up? I could use a hand here.
I guess I will put her to trash, just underused.
Cool character, but didn't become important the way she
Claudette.
maybe should have.
Oh, the fairy.
Who cares? The whole fairy thing was nonsense.
The fairy thing is nonsense. My biggest beef with the fairy thing is that there were multiple times where, like, a human was, like, sucked by a vampire close to death, but they survived. Suki was so many times sucked nearly to death, and she survived. But fairies are sucked by a vampire for 3 seconds, and they just... And it's just so lame. There is no battle then.
I haven't read the books, but I feel like Suki being Fae is probably a big part of the lore of the books, and they just didn't know what to do with it in the show. Like, they introduced it a couple times, you know, like Suki has the fairy godmother, they're dead. There's now a fairy encampment out here, they're all dead. Suki has the fairy granda, it disappears, you know, it never really connects.
Niall.
I like Niall. Like, he is fairy, so therefore nonsense, but I like the way he shows up and just insists on being part of the family without really telling them who he is, and then they start calling him Grandpa Niall for no reason.
And I love that he likes spaghetti.
I did like that spaghetti.
Oh, then another character. Jane Bodehouse. I love her. She's, again, like, a character that, like, why did she... Out of all the characters, she's the one who survives to the end.
I love that she was persistent throughout the whole show as well. Like, essentially just an extra in the time is in the whole show. I'd say 30s, which is not important, but just fun.
No, but like the more we go down, there's also, it's always in the middle is the ones that are the most non-important. In the down, there is also the ones that we hate.
Oh, the hate.
Yeah, I will put her next to Sarah because it's similar type of thing where she just kept on surviving no matter what. Then there's Summer. I kind of like her, but at the same time not enough. It's the Hoyt's girlfriend.
Fuck is Summer?
One that the mother wanted them to get together.
Played by the girl from The Big Bang Theory?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Don't care.
Well, there's Bud, the original sheriff, but at the same time, I don't think he deserves a spot. He was fun, but nah. I kind of love Nora, but I think it's just because of the actress. There's something about her and the chemistry with her and...
Oh, that's Eric's sister,
Eric's sister. I like their chemistry and, like, it's believable that they know and like each other. Just she was killed so fast. Then is the character that I've left last for a reason. I hate him the most, and he's the last on the list. I hate him.
I liked him at the start, and you kept saying, like, no, he's the worst, and I was like, no, he's Hoyt. He's just such a sensitive boy, and then, like, he starts telling Jessica her blood is trash, and he doesn't need any of that in him, and then he's punching walls, and then he kicks her out of her own house forcibly, like, not even like doesn't throw her out physically, but because he's a human being and he owns the house, he can, like, revoke her ability to be in the house, and so she cannot enter anymore, which is just...
That is her home. Like, that is abuse.
It's just so disrespectful and abusive. Like, it's just...
And again, it's not even that he's hateable, it's just that he is treated like a nice guy who was just...
Yeah, they hold him up as, like, a good person, and he isn't.
And then he comes back as, like, a hero, and just the way he, like, treats Jessica is just very disappointing and frustrating.
But he also, like, he hadn't grown at all. Like, he was still... I can't remember what he was doing, but he was being a dick to the then girlfriend. And then, like, she does give him a bullshit ultimatum. Like, if you go out there and try and find out why you don't remember any of this, I'm leaving you forever because that girl's pretty and I feel insecure. And he does, which, like, weird situation all around. But, like, you would surely want to know why you don't remember things.
I do love the storyline of Jason falling in love with Hoyt's new girlfriend and him being like, no, just don't fuck her, anything but her, anything, and he just can't control himself. It's so funny to watch.
I love the absolute confidence that he assumes that if he does do anything, he'll be in bed with her.
Yeah.
Like, she has, you know, like, she'll not be able to resist his charms.
And it's also just so comedy gold. Like, anytime he's like, no, I'm going home, and she's like, I'm coming with you, and he's like, no.
Didn't she did have to teach him how to sleep with a woman without sleeping with her.
Yeah.
She's like, we're both gonna sleep in this bed and we will not have sex. And he's like, I don't understand.
Wow. How is this possible? I want us to go back to our favorite characters, to Bill, Suki, Eric.
Jason.
No, I want to go to Bill, Suki, and Eric and their storylines. For example, Eric, why do we like him? In the beginning, he's just a cool vampire. What does he even want? He wants to kill Russell.
That's like his long term. Yeah, he doesn't want to kill Russell at the start of the show because he doesn't know Russell killed his family 1,000 years before. Pretty much just wants to be a vampire that runs Fantasia. It's his own little kingdom.
No, that wasn't even what he really wanted. He had to do it because he had to be a sheriff for some reason. He had to
be a sheriff because he told the wee French girl that the authority killed.
Which is lame.
So they made him be a sheriff. He did enjoy running Fantasia. Him and Pam loved that, but they hated the video shop.
No. With Eric, I love the storyline of him losing his memory and becoming a baby Eric, and Suki being like, he's actually cute. I never really saw him like that. And then he's like the most adorable, cute baby vampire Eric, who is in love with Suki. And like, he's so adorable that even Bill is like, I guess I do like you. He's so... Only one who doesn't like baby Eric is Pam, which is valid for her.
I also just love how cheeky he is. Like, he has a very kind of like, I wouldn't say a boisterous sense of humor, but like, he's probably the one that makes the most jokes in the show deliberately, you know, which is strange for like the 1,000-year-old kind of emo brooding vampire.
Yeah, he's just charisma altogether, and also it is just funny seeing him and Bill together because of the height difference.
Yeah,
he's like all charisma, and then there is this Bill who is a manipulative narcissist who is clearly jealous, but at the same time he knows the strong, important person when he sees one, so he has to behave nicely around him.
Sheriff Northman.
Yeah. With Suki, it's like, oh, Suki's grandma. I love her. Where do I put her? Who is a similar type of character to Suki's grandma?
Again, somebody else that comes back as a ghost quite often.
Yeah. Oh, she goes next to the Grandpa
Niall.
Niall, where's Niall? Grandma goes before Niall. And then Suki. Like, what storylines do I love? Like, the first season, I think, is such a good murder mystery season. And Suki is in the middle of all of that. It's really good. It's also her, like, battle to, like, love a vampire, but then realize that how toxic they are.
And what draws her to them is the same thing I think that really pushes her away from Alcide, is that she can hear human thoughts. She can't hear vampires, like, so... There's a lot less pressure on her with vampires, apart from the fact that they want to eat her.
Her whole personality is just so much fun, and it's also so explained with the ability to read minds. And then there are all her love stories, like her and Bill. It all makes sense, especially in the beginning, because it feels like this is the first vampire I've ever seen. He's a gentleman, at least in the beginning. She thinks he is. But then the toxicity comes. They are not meant to be. But then the ending...
Yeah, you're forgetting her one great love, Unknown Man.
What's that? Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't talking about
show.
that ending. That doesn't matter. The Unknown Man doesn't matter. That is trash. I mean, the ending where her ex-boyfriend is like, hey, I want to save you, murder me, please. And then she has to
Suki, the only way you can be happy is if you drive a stake through my heart.
Only way for you to be happy if you're a double murderer.
He also wants her to give up her light for it. He's like, wipe me out with like the light of the Fae. And she's like, but that would make me not Fae anymore. He's like, yeah, that's the point. She's like, no. I will stab you instead.
Yeah, it's just so weird.
Why? Like, they have like guns with like wooden bullets. Just, it would have been so much less messy, but she has to like straddle him in the coffin and slowly bring it down into his heart.
Is there like a scene that they cut up where they were supposed to bring a gun with the bullet and just left it in the counter? And it's like, gosh darn it, I will take this broom.
It actually is just a shovel that was lying nearby, wasn't it? Yeah.
And then there's Alcide, again, potential, but I never really saw them have much chemistry though. She was never really that into him.
He was very into her, which is quite obvious. The way they killed him off was just so abrupt. It was just like, Suki, I can't believe you put yourself in tape.
Again, so lame. They could have just broken up. Why did he have to die? So boring. And then there is Suki and Sam.
Which never happened. Sam did want it to happen. There are a couple scenes of him like where she's reading his mind. His thoughts are like, "Don't look at her boobs, don't look at her boobs, don't look at her boobs." Or
It's the worst.
I think there's one where he's like, "She smells so good," or something like this.
And he's also her boss.
Yeah, and she like looks at him as a friend, which I think says a
Yeah.
lot of like how much nonsense she deals with people's thoughts. That like that's a fine amount of like internal sexualization from another person.
But I do think, honestly, that she could have ended up with Eric. There was potential that they kind of just were like, no, I guess not. And we're like, why not? Why? Just, why?
Because Eric got sad.
But he got happy in the end. He never lost interest in her. She never really got a chance to try him because they got busy with something, I don't know.
I think she's a slightly better person than he is. At the end of the show, he's running Fantasia again and essentially selling Sarah Newland. I don't think she
But
would
again,
have tolerated that
should
kind
have
of thing.
no, but that should have been cut off. That shouldn't have happened anyway.
Oh, so you're getting rid of that and putting them together?
Yes.
You're making two okay.
Yes.
But even take that away, like he still is a homicidal maniac. I don't
Who
think she would have
isn't?
tolerated it. The point was that she wanted a normal life. That was what she wanted in the end with Unknown Man.
It does make sense. Like, if they would have planned the writing better, they could have added the normal man in, like, somewhere in the beginning of the season, and she being like, yeah, we're just friends, and then she's
Yeah.
like, wait a minute, maybe I'm just so used to abuse that I didn't see that you were right there all along.
You absolutely could have had this, like, as the dichotomy of Bill realizing that he is incredibly toxic and he's not good enough for Suki.
Yeah.
And he represents like the vampire, the supernatural side of her life. You could have had a character she bumps into in the store, and the scenes are so banal and meaningless, but like they bring her joy, and they're just having small conversations, small chats, and they keep bumping into each other. And he represents then the tether to the normal. What she does really want is just a normal human life.
Then they could have added the Warlow thing, where it could have been like, she's just like realized that maybe, wait, who is this person? And then Warlow comes, and Warlow is like, actually, you have a deal that you have to marry me. And she's like, God damn it. Like, right. Okay, let's go through the list. It is now 32 characters only.
Okay,
On this list.
only.
There is Bill, Jason, Lafayette. Now I'm like, I should put Suki there. No.
Yeah, move Suki up.
I think Suki needs to be number 2. I'm starting to feel bad.
Number 2?
Yeah.
No, Jason's better than Suki. Exhibit A. He's a man. So.
You do have a point there. Also, pss, 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 pss. But I think Suki has to be number 2, just because Suki is the main plot. Like, she is the main character, and I like her a lot.
I would say she's the main character for the first half of the show. The second half of the show is more the Bill and Eric show. I'll not argue if you want Suki at number 2. Jason gets number 3.
Yes, Jason is right there. But again, they are siblings, so they are kind of like...
Yeah.
I do like them as siblings too. They are so similar in such like fun ways. Also, it's interesting that Jason is the big brother, which doesn't feel like it.
No.
He's the worst big brother, to be frank. He hits her.
That's right, he did. He slapped her. I can't
Yeah.
remember why.
No, because the grandma dies. Grandma
That's
gets
right.
murdered, and Jason
he
comes
blames
and
Suki,
smacks
yeah.
the sister.
Yeah.
Jason, come on. He's so in his own head that he doesn't really protect her.
Like, there's this whole bit in, like, the last season or two where anytime something major's going down in the other's lives, they phone the other and, like, leave a voicemail.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. They're trying to communicate through voicemails.
Yeah.
These people are on totally different paths.
So Bill, Suki, Jason. Then it's Lafayette and then Eric. And I would say that that's good because, again, they didn't use Eric enough. Lafayette was like on every episode, wasn't he?
Let me check.
Especially in first season, Eric is not really there.
Yeah, Eric doesn't come in until like the second half of the first season.
And then Eric disappears.
Suki's 81 episodes, Bill's 81 episodes, Sam is 81 episodes, Jason's 81 episodes, Andy is 81 episodes, Lafayette 81 episodes, Arlene 81, Tara 80, Eric 76. There you go.
The performance, the character, he's so interesting. He's so like,
He's very good.
I don't think I've seen the same character in anywhere ever. Not before, not after.
You've said a few times that, Eric is extremely charismatic. So is Lafayette.
Lafayette is so charismatic. Like, he calls everyone a bitch, and I love him for that.
If he really likes you, he calls you a hooker.
Yeah. I just really want to be his friend. And then comes Eric and Pam and Ginger, which is I like it. I like. Then comes Jessica, Arlene, Terry, Andy.
Their storylines always kind of interact as well.
Jesus, Holly, and then comes Tara. It is not because we dislike Tara, it's because she's watching her storylines is not easy and joyful. It's hard and it's frustrating, and the ending is frustrating.
The ending's nonsense.
Yeah, the potential was there. Then there's Sarah and Jane, the two ones that just kept on surviving
Sarah
no matter what.
Boathouse.
Then Russell and Steve. Russell, Steve, and Marianne. They are like bad guys that were fun to watch.
Yeah, okay, they kind of fit together as well.
Yeah, then comes Grandma and Niall. They would have been higher, but they weren't there enough. Then it's Alcide, which I feel like there are so many characters in Alcide. I think he deserves.
It's pretty low because,
but at the same time,
he doesn't do anything.
He doesn't. Yeah. Then it's Marnie, Amy, Renee. After Renee, I would put Violet.
Okay.
And then the most hateable characters, Sam. I do have a visceral hate for him. So like
I know, and it is outweighing my mild liking of him.
Yeah. Why is Lady May so low? Lady May needs to go higher, but after Sam, before Debbie.
Her and Sam kind of lump in together as well, because like they both fail their family in very real ways.
And failed Tara.
Explicitly.
Yeah. After Lady May put Tommy, and it's like Tommy and Debbie are similar hateability, and then the two most hateable characters are Franklin and Hoyt.
Yeah, this makes perfect sense. Nope. I the only one I would argue is Sam. I don't hate him as much as you do. The rest are perfect.
It's just so funny that Franklin and Hoyt are there holding hands in the end. Same crime, basically the same crime.
The rager and the rapist, like.
But this makes sense. I love this. It's perfect.
It came together.
Yeah, I love it. Bye.
Don't make me snort when I'm recording.
I'll keep that. Like the video will end and there will be a black screen and just a snort. I think we did this well.
Yeah, I think we summed it up nicely.
Thank you for joining me. You keep on being handsome and cute. Bye. End.